All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for clicking on the video. It is April 15th, 2025. 30 years ago, this game came out, Mortal Kombat 3, known as Vanilla Mortal Kombat 3 also. And what a fantastic game it is. Do you remember the first time you saw it in the arcade? Do you remember the first time you saw it in general? Well, I do. It's a story I told a couple times, but I'm going to quickly tell it again anyways. Truth be told, I've only ever seen Mortal Kombat 3 in the arcade 3 times in my life. So the first time I saw it was right around the release date. I was at Laser Quest in Oshawa, Ontario, downtown Oshawa, Ontario. And I remember going to Laser Quest quite often with my older brother. We loved it there, you know, fun game. If you never played it, it was a lot of fun back in the day. And I remember coming into Laser Quest this one day. It was a Saturday afternoon. And I went up the stairs, and sure enough, the arcade area had Mortal Kombat 3 in it. One of the associates that worked there was actually playing it at the time, and so I watched him. He had told me that it was an early version of the game. It was a little broken, but to me, you know, I was 14 or 15 years old at the time. To me, it was fantastic. I was already in love with Mortal Kombat 2, played the hell out of that, and I'd already seen previews for this one in magazines, and so I was eager to see what it looked like in person. And let me tell you, I had mixed feelings about it. Obviously, the inclusion of the run button, it was different. I was curious as to how that worked and how it affected gameplay and such, but it wasn't a bad thing. I thought it was pretty cool. When I first saw the game being played and the graphics, I thought these graphics look great. They look fantastic, very crisp, very colorful. But another thing I noticed was that, to me, the characters looked a little skinnier for some reason. I don't know if it was just like characters like Liu Kang or Kung Lao. They looked a little thin in this one. Obviously, I noticed that Sub-Zero was looking like David Hasselhoff. I noticed the exclusion of Scorpion and Reptile and a masked Sub-Zero, and I thought, what the heck? There's no Scorpion, but I remember seeing Cyrax and thinking, okay, you know what? Maybe Scorpion's a robot in this one. Obviously, he wasn't, but that's what I thought. You know, the middle icon kept flipping, and I'd see the Smoke. I didn't know he was Smoke at the time, but I saw that secret character, and I thought that was pretty cool. You know, they give a preview of that. But, you know, ultimately, when I first saw it and when I first saw it being played, the combos kind of rubbed me the wrong way too. But you know what? That was wiped away pretty quickly because the attendant that worked at the Laser Quest showed me a few moves. He showed me Sub-Zero's combo. And I tell you, the first time I used Sub-Zero and I used his ice, and the fact that it actually hit the opponent and they didn't just duck it like they did in Mortal Kombat 2, I was like, hey, this is fantastic. This is cool. I can actually freeze the opponent in this one, being the computer. So I thought that was cool. And then when I ran up and I did that 6-hit combo, high punch, low kick, high kick. Yeah, low kick, back, high kick. Again, this is muscle memory. So like a lot of the time I'll do combos and stuff and I don't even really, it's all just like feel. So that's what it was. Anyways, when I did his 6-hit combo for the first time and it connected through the whole thing, I thought, man, this is fun. This is cool. I remember seeing the animality that day, the first time, and his block, run fatality as well. The attendant had showed me that, and a mercy. This was an early version, though. I remember, maybe I'm wrong, but I was pretty sure he didn't do mercy against the opponent, and Sub-Zero was just able to do his animality. And that's what was happening. I left the volume on a little bit for when I'm talking here so you can kind of, you know, you can see what's going on and hear what's going on. The inclusion of this story here too, with all the original pictures and everything, is awesome. So another thing I noticed, obviously, the character roster was a little different. A lot of unfamiliar faces. I was happy to see the inclusion of Sonya and Kano again. That was awesome. The robots kind of turned me off, to be honest. I didn't like that they were robotic. I felt like it was, you know, Mortal Kombat 2 was like, it was humans just destroying humans, you know, lots of blood and gore. So I thought, well, there's robots. How is this going to affect fatalities? And you know what? Some of the fatalities were pretty disappointing in this one. But I gotta say, you know, I was young. I loved that there was so many different fatalities. The inclusion of animalities I thought was corny, but you know, it was another way to finish your opponent. So ultimately, I loved it anyways. And you know, the pit stages and everything. I just thought, you know what, this game it's great. And I was, you know, I fell in love with this game pretty quickly after playing it that day as well. So I only saw it 2 more times in the wild. I saw it once in the Skylon Tower in Niagara Falls on the Canada side. I noticed they had an arcade in there. I went with my family for a trip there one weekend. I remember seeing it in there. I had already known a lot of the moves from playing it at Laser Quest several times after. So I remember beating it with Sindel in that Skylon Tower arcade, Niagara Falls. That was cool. And then I saw it one more time in a, it was just like a pub, maybe not a pub, like a burger joint or whatever, downtown Kingston, Ontario. I remember I was with a friend of mine and his uncle. We were grabbing some food, and I saw it in there. And in there, I remember using Striker. And I remember my buddy's uncle was watching me play, and I did a couple of fatalities with Striker. He thought it was hilarious. He was an older gentleman, and he didn't play many video games. He was into like Pac-Man and pinball. And when he saw me doing a couple of those fatalities, he thought it was pretty cool. Those are the 3 memories that I have of vanilla Mortal Kombat 3 in the arcade. As many of you know, as most of you know, Ultimate MK3 came out only 6 months later. And that was the only version that I saw afterwards in the arcades, was Ultimate MK3. So that is my story with Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat 3. Obviously, great game, 30 years ago. You know, you got the codes that you can put in at the bottom there. Wasn't a fan of that in the beginning either, because I liked the secrets in MK2 and the original MK, because they were just so cryptic, whereas this was kind of like just push a bunch of buttons and maybe something will happen kind of thing. And the codes were just being released like left and right. You'd find all these different codes for it, and you know, like it wasn't hard to come across like these codes pretty quickly after this game came out. So you know, a few things that I was upset about with it. There was no Raiden in the game, and obviously Scorpion was my favorite character. There was no Scorpion. There was no Reptile. You know, characters that I loved were missing. Baraka wasn't in it. Johnny Cage wasn't in it. Instead, you had these new characters, which eventually grew on me. But initially, I was, again, a lot of mixed emotions when I first saw this game and the character roster. So they did make up for that. Ultimate MK3 came out 6 months later, but in 6 months, we will touch on that. So if you stuck around for the introduction to this video, I do appreciate it. We're going to do a quick, fun playthrough, Master Tower on Fightcade with the arcade stick as well. And we're just going to talk some more about Mortal Kombat 3 and, you know, how great it is, and some of the things that, you know, whatever's on my mind. It's usually just a quick, you know, one take, no fake playthrough where I just, you know, win or lose, I have fun and I play it anyway. So that's what we're doing in this video. Once again, 30 years. Can't believe it. April 15th, 1995. What a time to be alive. And if you were there when it came out and you were young enough, or, you know, if you were old enough to remember and be a part of the arcade experience at that time, then you were lucky. You were lucky. It was a great time in life, and I really enjoy it. And I really miss those times, but I'm glad to relive them with the Cabs and the Fightcade and this Mortal Kombat community, which has been so fantastic to be a part of over the last couple of years. So, Mortal Kombat 3, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into some gameplay. All right, here we go. Mortal Kombat 3. With the controller cam, as you can see, my fat fingers in the view here. But here we go, Mortal Kombat 3. Happy 30th anniversary, Mortal Kombat 3. Let's do this. So I love the introduction here. As you saw in the intro to this video in the background, this was playing. It's got a great introduction, Mortal Kombat 3, with the you know, with the graphics, the story looks great, etc., etc. Let's get into some gameplay now. We'll do a random, why not? Ooh, Cabal, excellent. Turn it up a bit. And we will do a master playthrough. Shao Kahn already taunting me. Hopefully, it's not a very hard playthrough. Mind you, Shang Fun there's... oh, look at that. Blocks it right off the hop. Shang Fun is twice. He's an enemy twice. We gotta fight him, I noticed. I wonder if he's the only one. Look at that. She blocks everything. So I wonder if that's normal. It's something I've been meaning to ask anyone who knows, but I've noticed Shang Tsung is, you battle him twice a lot on the Master Tower in this one. So Cabal, one of my favorite characters. He was incredibly overpowered in this one, apparently. But that's one of the reasons I love him. His combos are easy. His fatalities are pretty easy. Shiva is easy. Mind you, here we go. She was blocking everything there earlier. Oops, missed it. You know what? Let's do a animality to start this off. Now, this isn't going to be a perfect run by any means. There you go. You hold high punch, you push forward, forward, down, forward, release high punch. Animality. Liu Kang. Boom. Now the exploits on this version are pretty easy. Once you get to master, it's pretty routine what you do. Basically, they run into you and you roundhouse kick. They already fall for it. Boom. They already start doing these, well, the aggressiveness, so it allows you to do this exploit fairly easy, or fairly quickly on Master Tower. Which is cool. Liu Kang, I always thought in MK3, the first time I saw him, I thought, man, he looks like an old man. There we go. Down, down, back, forward, block. Beautiful fatality. I like it. Here we go, Shang Fun already. So you want to not jump back in the beginning like that, or else he... Ooh. Look at that. He's got an awesome throw in this too. No, first you don't succeed, just keep trying. And again, the easy exploit works pretty much every character. When you get it against Shang Fun, I'm usually happy when I do. And it's cool because on, here we go, blocking everything. There we go. Kind of missing the buttons here. Now this arcade stick is very responsive. So when he comes running in, I'll miss that, I knew it. When he comes running in after throwing those fireballs, it's usually pretty easy to get your timing right and be able to hit him for that roundhouse kick. Whereas I noticed on the arcade 1-up cab, because there's a slight bit of latency, sometimes you miss that. His other fatality, run, block, 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 high kick, as you saw there. Beautiful. Cabal. Excellent. Kung Pao. Now his pit fatality is block, 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 high kick. So it's the same as the Scream, just without run. You know, you can try to switch it up a bit, but bottom line is this is the easiest way to beat the Master Tower in MK3. And I didn't figure this out till just a year or so ago. So when I was younger, I didn't know this trick, which would have helped out a lot with Master Tower. But, you know, regardless, still very fun. Pussy! It's been a while since I've shouted that. Now I'm trying to switch it up a bit there, obviously, by doing a few other things. And when I do, I lose. So... They will block that 90% of the time, especially on Master Tower. But you'll see the pattern once again, run in, sweep. There we go. Now I always mess up the bell tower. Every playthrough I do, I seem to mess up the bell tower stage. I got it there, so perfect. Friggin-tality, all right. Love the church stage. The backgrounds in this, awesome. This is one of the first stages I saw, I remember, in the arcade. And I just thought the music and everything was fantastic for it. Boom. Sweep. Block, run in, boom. You'll see, a lot of the time, that sweep makes them jump back too, so that's why I do the sweep. But a lot of the time they'll end up throwing a projectile and then running in. You know, still the odd time I'll try throwing out a, you know, his web move. There we go. Now his friendship, I already forgot to try it, or forgot to do it. Usually I like to do it early. Oops. There we go. Yeah, I like to do his friendship early because he can't block. Unlike Mortal Kombat 2, instead of using just kick and block, you can use punch, kick, run, all that good stuff. Whew. Look at that. Boom, boom. He throws one more grenade and I'm screwed. Or I'm tossed.
Round 2, fight.
There we go. Now this stage, the graveyard, one of my other favorite stages. There you go. Okay, so I'll try doing his friendship right now. It's run, low kick, run, run, up, I believe. There we go. There we go. We did get it. Excellent, and it looks good.
Friendship.
Yeah, toast and a marshmallow. Very cool. So far, so good. We have Shang Fun next. Nice. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, man. Sector. Nope.
Sector wins.
But yeah, the inclusion of run was a bit of a turnoff for people sometimes, but once you get it going, you know, everything flows nicely. Run, great implemented run for this one. They included it. It was a new feature in this, and yeah, I gotta be honest, I got used to it. Ended up really liking it. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Excellent. You'll notice sometimes when I do these playthroughs, I really get lost for words. I end up mixing a bunch of words up. But, you know, one take, no fake. That's what it is. Now, here we go. Shang Fun again. But I feel like he's going to be easier this time because now we're 8 battles in. They'll fall for the tricks every time. You just have to have your timing down right. There we go. Boom. Trying to get tricky. Fine. There you have it. Subway. Another pit fatality. Very cool. I like it. It could have been a little better. I'd like to keep it in the subway here so I can do the fatality, which is why I'm purposely not trying to uppercut. Shang Fun wins. You hear that? Doom, that bass note there to tell you that he got flawless. There we go. Keep falling for it, Shang. All right, all right. No, no, not doing much. There we go. And you'll notice I didn't do the uppercut there. Oh. Because I don't want to knock him through the ceiling. Oh, and we just lost because of that corner there. But we still get to see the fatality regardless. There you go. Not a 1-credit playthrough. No biggie. We just want to enjoy Mortal Kombat. Alright, Liu Kang. Liu Kang's alright. We can do it with Liu Kang. Whoa. There we go. Whoa. Liu Kang's arcade drop in this. Very cool. Let's get to the other side here. Liu Kang has some cool combos in this. That was one of the things. His 7-hit combo is one of my favorites. Shang Fun 2 has the ground skulls. Forward, back, back. What is it? Forward, back, back. High punch or high kick. These moves are so they're so ingrained in muscle memory for me that I can do them without thinking, but then I don't even realize what the buttons are half the time that I am pushing. Sometimes I notice I'll tell you how to do a move and it'll be completely wrong, even though I do it like clear as day in front of you. Woo. Look at that. Shang Fun being a pain in the Shang bum. Oh, you don't want to get hit with that. There we go. There we go. Switch it up a little bit. Come on, Shang. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Might lose this one, too. We did. My goodness. Shang dumb. Unfortunately. Oh, we gotta drop some quarters in. There we go. Outstanding, he says. Look at Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung is actually my least favorite character to use in this version. I don't particularly like his combos. I don't, morphing into other characters is fine, but his 5-hit combo, his main combo, I find is a little broken. It leaves him open, I find, after, come on. There we go. His fatalities are kind of cool. There we go. In a pain in the Shang nuts. Now, I wasn't a fan of his goth look in this, but, you know, not bad. Shoot. See if he keeps doing it. No. Nope. Done. Shoot. Shang is being a pain in the neck. There we go. Again, having to play him twice is kind of lame. Just like that. I think he's going to win this one, too. There we go. See if he keeps doing it. There we go. God. There we go. Figured why not? Let's do an easier fatality. Morphin into Cyrax, 3 blocks. Down, down, up, down, high punch. Shang Fun. Alright, Cabal. Cabal's fairly easy.
Fight.
You can just sit there and block. If you duck and block, he'll literally eventually do that. I mean, you could always morph into Cabal if you want. Ooh, and we missed it. Ooh, and we missed it. Alright, high kick, high punch, back low punch,
Fight.
and then back high kick. There we go. One of his fatalities, I believe you hold low punch and push run block, run block. I think that's what it is. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's what it is. So you just hold low punch, run block, run block. That's the Soul Steal.
Wins.
Looks good.
Fatality.
I believe we have Sindel next, and then it's boss time.
Fight.
Sindel is probably my second or third favorite character to use in this one. I do like using Sub-Zero the most, I believe. Sub-Zero and Cyrax are probably my favorite characters to use in this one. But Sindel's a great character, and she's also great in Ultimate MK3 as well.
Fight.
Let's see if we can get her with an uppercut. Here we go. And I do slam the buttons a little more than some people. But you gotta love the sound of the clickety-clickety. Shoot. You'll notice every time I jump over her, she throws the fireball. I believe it's... Oh, shoot. You hold low punch, and I believe it's down, forward, and then you release. But here we go. Boss time. Bosses are usually pretty easy. You'll notice, though, like I said, Shang Tsung's combo, a lot of the time they'll recover, like, in half of it. You'll notice Shao Kahn does a lot. But Motaro's easier in this than he is in Ultimate MK3. There we go. You have to have the rhythm of your combo right down. Excellent. And Master Tower in this, when you beat it, you do get the special ending, or the special end screen, which basically tells you about Ultimate MK3. There we go. He does throw a few more fireballs when you play on Master difficulty. Ooh, just like that, he actually paid me frick. Okay, well, hey, it is what it is. I like surprises. You'll notice smoke is not available in the middle. Not a big deal. Sonya. Ooh, wasn't close enough. Her combo too. It's also nope. Oh wow, this could be a tough one. Her combo too. In the middle of it, they can break out of it. Now, mind you, I haven't played MK3 since before my vacation, so that is my excuse here. If I lose, you know, still, it's been a couple weeks. Oop, messed up a combo, always good. The further you get away, the more likely he is to throw that fireball. Kung Lao. Kung Lao, great combos. He has one of my favorite 7-hit combos. So much fun to do. There you go. You'll notice I just throw a lot of jump kicks and then run in, do a combo. So there you have it.
wins.
Some rounds look so easy, and then some rounds look like they're really difficult. High punch, low punch, high punch, low punch. Low kick, back, high kick. There you go. Cool thing about vanilla MK3 also is even if they start off by blocking, ooh, look at that. Didn't even have my distance. Yeah, when the bosses block a combo, after 3 hits, 3 blocks, they'll usually open up. There he is, he's toying with me. Jeez. Range has to really be good with Kung Lao. You gotta be right on. Like there, you see, I missed those. I'm missing that uppercut. Try to work the distance here a little better in this round. There we go. I think he's laughing at my my missed combos. Now your best bet is to just counter with an uppercut there. Now for Master Tower, Shao Kahn's actually kind of taking it easy. They're giving me a lot of openings. That, however, right there, you gotta shoot. You gotta have your range just right to get him with that uppercut. Like I'm missing right there for some reason. I do not know why that is missing. It's just the range. We might lose this because of the range there. I died. Shoot. Well, that was really upsetting. They're giving me another chance with Kung Lao. This is far from a one credit playthrough. There we go. Here we go. Done. Oh, I can hear my dogs upstairs. Excellent. There we go. You will never win as I run up and give him a 7-hitter from none other than Anthony Marquez. Done. Excellent. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A, I don't know, 5-6 credit playthrough. We got to see more of Mortal Kombat though, and we got to see more of the characters and such. Cabal for a one character, 1 credit playthrough is very doable. But as you saw, we got to use a couple characters. So there you have it. Original artwork, great ending, great artwork, and the special ending screen because of the Master Tower completion. So there you have it. 30 years ago this game came out. Can you believe it? No, I can't. But yeah, 30 years and I'm still loving it, still playing it. That is a true testament to its staying power. This game is fantastic. Mortal Kombat, gotta love it. And there it is. You have proven to be the supreme Mortal Kombat warrior. The Elder Gods now descend upon your world to grant you eternal power. More Kombat, fall of '95. Just 6 months later, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 came out. And we will watch the entirety of the credits, as you also get the movie poster at the end for the '95 Mortal Kombat movie. You stuck around to watch it. I do appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. And as usual, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the credits, and enjoy that movie poster at the end.